Proverbs 18:22 says, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor of the Lord. So, Bobby, I'm going to encourage you to find a good thing, not any old thing, okay? But, Bobby, you know all those young ladies at college that make your liver quiver? The ones you've been telling me about? But one thing I'm going to encourage you, son, you're going to need to get a car. You're going to need to get a job. Because you know what those girls say to me? No money, no honey. So not only can the Christian walk be very lonely, because a lot of times we got to do it by ourselves. And I see spouses sitting out there by themselves because their better half won't come. I see singles out there. I see divorcees out there. And I don't pretend to know your pain, but I do know some of it because some people have shared with me. And also, if you're going to live for God, don't expect the world to applaud. If you're going to live for God, when you get into the workplace, and if you are in the workplace, you just start bowing your head in that cafeteria. Whenever you bow your head in that cafeteria, all those people around you, what do? They're embarrassed. They're embarrassed for you. And guess what happens that next day when you come to sit down, or you're already sitting there, you think those folks are going to come sit around you? Joe, those same kids out there at Wright State that don't have anything to do with God now, those kids in a couple years will be in the workplace. If they didn't have anything to do with God at Wright State, they're not going to have anything to do with them in the workplace. But I encourage you folks, go on and do what's right anyway. What a great testimony, even to the non-religious crowd. If you'll just simply bow your head over your food in the lunchroom, people will just automatically identify you as a Christian. And so it's a great testimony. So not only have I talked about the walk has many dangers with divorce and disease and death, and attacks will come from slew foot and from your family and from your friends and from the faith-based community. Not only is it lonely, but the thing I do know, Dan, okay, I know that I'm on the right path. I know that I'm on the right path. And what I'm going to try to do, if I survive this sermon, is to not quit. Not quit. Kirk, don't quit, brother. You break my heart if you ever quit. Not only would you damage your family and all the people that look up to you, don't ever quit. Joe, don't quit. If you quit and you fall out, a whole lot of these young people that have been watching you over these years, a lot of adults, your family, they're going to be very disappointed. You know, Satan, he may not be able to get your salvation, but he sure can get your testimony. And he's trying very hard to do that. Matter of fact, I would encourage you, not only don't quit, let's turn it up a notch. What we need to do is we need to turn it up a notch. Most of us our homes break up at the same rate. We give money at the same rate as the world. Most of us just need to turn it up a notch. You know, instead of just walking, and it's okay to walk, but maybe we could pick up our step a little bit. Maybe we could walk a little faster. Maybe we could come to church a little more often. Maybe we could give a little bit more. Maybe we could witness a little bit more. Maybe we could just pick it up a notch. Not only should you never quit, And not only should you turn it up a notch, you should never forget. Jesus walked up Calvary for me. He walked up Calvary for you. I'm never going to quit because of what He did for me. Heads are bowed, eyes are closed. Maybe you could just play Amazing Grace. Okay. With our heads bowed and our eyes closed, I want to ask you, how is your walk? Are you walking? Are you crawling? Are you sitting still? Or maybe you've gotten down and you've told God that I'm finished with this. This is too hard. Where is your walk? I'd like for you to stand with me. Keep your heads bowed and your eyes closed. Maybe you'd like to come to the altar and say, God, I've kind of slowed down here a little bit. I want to pick up the pace. Or maybe your pace is okay and you just want to say, God, thank you for my health and for my good church. But more importantly, I think most of us would want to come to the altar and say, Jesus, thank you for walking to the cross for me. Thank you for taking that whipping and that beating and dying for me. And maybe this would just be a time where you could say, I will never, never forget what you did for me. No matter what my friends do or what my family does or what the church does, I will never forget what you did for me. He shed that blood for you folks and for me, for all of our sins. I will never, never, never forget. I'm going to ask Brother Kirk to come and finish up the invitation in whatever way he feels proper.